Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video, and holy crap. With the number one overall pick, my team selects nothing but greatness. The NBA draft number one packs drop this Friday in my team stack. Some of the greatest to ever hear their names first on draft night, including Goat Yao Ming, not to mention Invincible Ben Simmons, Invincible Chris Webber, Invincible Patrick Ewing, Invincible Anthony Edwards, and a 100 overall Victor Wembanyama, who is not shown on screen. That Wemby card could be fire, I will say. But as a whole, I don't know about this one. I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all. I don't know about this one. It is this is gonna be a heck of a drop. Yao Ming being a GOAT card is not great, obviously, for the state of the game, because he's gonna have perfect sigs, perfect animations, a glitchy jumper. Like, the craziest thing is I was given that account. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The account that has I got like 6 million MT on that account right now, plus 100 overall Yao, right? Yao's GOAT card is gonna be so much MT, there's no way I can get him. It's like, you can have an account like I did, or like I do, with some of the best cards in the game and millions of MT, and it's like, drops like this, I gotta say, 2K they make a lot of money. It is kind of impressive how much money they make and how they're able to do this type of stuff, because man, this is going to be nuts. I mean, this is going to be a pretty insane nuts drop. They're going to make a lot of money off of this. I would not recommend spending money on this, but I can understand guys like Yao, guys like Ben. Ben's going to be the best or second best point guard in the game. Yao's going to be the best card in the game, period, and it's not going to be all that close, honestly. I mean, he's just a better, bigger version of Invincible Wemby. And then the rest of the drops, like, Webber's going to be good, but they're probably going to give him the same jumper he already has, so it's like his jumper is going to be annoying. Oscar's a small point guard. Patrick Ewing, I'm sure they'll make him good. This will be the first good Ewing card we get this year, but he won't be anything new. And then Anthony Edwards is undersized as well. Not a horrible card, but it's just like the pay-to-win cards. Yao and Ben, man, they're going to be expensive. Again, I don't think you need them to compete. Sure, they're going to be two of the best cards in the game, but the honest truth is, you can't get sucked into the FOMO of a drop like this, because yes, there's FOMO of like, oh my gosh, Goat Yao Ming, oh, I really want to use that card. Oh my gosh, Invincible Ben Simmons, oh, I really want to use that card. You got to be realistic with yourself. Unless you're willing to spend hundreds to thousands of dollars a week on this game, you're just not going to get these top tier cards every single week. It's not going to happen, and that's fine. I think you have to be okay with that in order to try to enjoy this game mode, to be honest, though. I will say, it does look like they're basically telling us every card in this drop. There's 4 cards in each category, and there's 20 cards on the screen. I think they're telling us every single card that we're getting in this drop through this. Now, I can't tell with every single one of these who the players are, but I think we're going to get a Kazi Russell. Yao, Wemby, and Webber have already been revealed. 100 overall Wemby's very interesting, by the way. If he has animations anything like his Invincible, and is it like a cheaper version of his Invincible, that could be awesome. Even if he has his own jumper on very quick, still an incredible card. He's going to be expensive, although he won't be as expensive as an Invincible. So I will say, or as his Invincible, I should say. So that should make for a at least relatively more attainable option to counter guys like Yao, but it'll drop 100 overall Yao's price a lot as well. But damn, you're just going to need these big, fast bigs to be able to compete against these types of cards. Anthony Edwards has already been revealed. This is James Worthy, who I assume will get a card. Greg Oden, same story. Kwame Brown, same story. Patrick Ewing already revealed. I think this is Elton Brand, Anthony Davis, and Glenn Robinson. Glenn Robinson was the number one overall pick, I believe. Let me fact check that. Glenn Robinson draft. He was the number one overall pick. Okay, cool. I actually didn't know that one off the top of my head. Oscar Robertson already revealed. I don't know what that says. I'll be completely honest. Purvis Ellison, I think, is what this one is. Brad Doherty, Ben Simmons already revealed, Danny Manning, David Thompson, and Michael Oluwakandi. So those are the other cards we're gonna get. Who is this? Let me figure this out real quick. I wanna know who the other card is, but I think they're basically telling us every single card we're gonna get in this drop. Some of those guys could be budget beasts as well. Number one pick NBA drafts. List of first overall NBA draft picks. It's somebody with. Let me go back and look again. What was it? It said, is it a DR? With DR in their first name. And then, oh no, that's not gonna help, because DR is draft. Let me go GG instead. GG. Andrew Wiggins. Oh, that's who it is. Okay, so there's gonna be an Andrew Wiggins card as well. There you go. I should have probably gotten that off the top of my head. But there you go. That is probably the 20 cards we're getting tomorrow. So hopefully some of those guys will be budget beasts. It's funny literally knowing every single card in the drop already, but hopefully like Oden could be an incredible budget beast. Kwame Brown could be really good. Anthony Davis, depending on jump shot and stuff, he'll probably have the same jumper, so probably be a little underwhelming, but I mean, Olokandi could be a beast budget card. If any of these guys are out of position at all, they could be studs. Kazi Russell could be a really fun 300, but he's only 6'5". I don't know. I'm not totally sure how to feel about this drop, to be completely honest, because Goat Yao and Invincible Ben are just cards to me that I know they're gonna come, and I'm not excited. I'm not surprised they're dropping, but I don't think they're, I don't know. I don't love cards like that because they're meta altering cards in a lot of ways, and they're also cards for the big spenders. I would have to guess we're not gonna get a festival. I could be wrong. We might get an NBA draft festival. It's very possible. We'll find out here, I would think, later on today. But with a drop like this, it kind of makes me think maybe not. I'm just really hoping they don't do a festival with the current draft picks. If 2K does a festival with Cooper Flag as the unattainable, unless you spend thousands of dollars, centerpiece card, I am going to have a rant video, unlike any rant video I have ever had, I don't think. I really hope they don't do that. But I mean, not to be fair, I'm biased. I'm a Mavs fan, so I'll be mad if they do that because it's the guy who's going to get drafted by my favorite team. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Either way, this is a great drop, and hopefully there will be some really good budget cards, but there are obviously going to be a lot of really good, unattainable, super expensive cards in this drop as well. I would say the guys who I'm probably most excited for tomorrow are the more attainable, like maybe Ewing will be somewhat inexpensive and could be a really good power forward, really good 7-foot power forward. Weber, depending on jump shot, even with the jumper he has, if he's somewhat affordable, could be really good. Wemby, I would say, is a great card who'd be really, really nice as well. And then some of these other names as well have the potential, like I said, to be interesting. But I'd love to hear from y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this drop tomorrow. Who are y'all actually excited to try to pick up from this drop in terms of like attainable cards? And what are y'all's thoughts on this drop as a whole? Because this is one of the biggest name Friday drops of the year for sure. In fact, it might be the biggest name between Yao, Ben Simmons, and Wemby. Just with those guys, it's an insane drop. And then you mix in all these other huge name superstars and big name players. I mean, obviously not all these guys were superstar NBA players, but whew, I don't know, man. Who are going to be the pink diamonds in this drop? I guess like Purvis Ellison, Michael Olowokandi, guys like that. But a lot of these guys like James Worthy, Anthony Davis, they already have 100 overall. So they're going to get Dark Matter cards. Like, how is 2K going to do those types of cards? It doesn't James Worthy art? You know, he has an opal, I think. I don't know. Either way, it's an insane drop. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I personally would be lying to say I'm super duper excited about it in terms of my squad, because I feel like my team's going to continue to fall behind. For attainable cards, I will say this will be good for the auction house. If there's one positive to take from a drop that's this insane, it's that the auction house on a lot of other cards is going to drop significantly. So if there are other cards y'all are interested in picking up, I gotta say this will be a great drop to do that, because every other card in the game is going to drop in price because of this drop, especially point guards and centers because of Yao and Ben. So if there are other guys you want, now would be a great time to target those guys because people are going to be panic selling. There's going to be a lot of good values today. That is the one positive to take from a drop that is this massive. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.